on in here then. Fucking chilly out here. Well, make me, bitch. Make me wait. There we go. Manchester indeed. Bopping it so early, I haven't even crossed the fucking street yet to get home. Oh, my hat. Oh, shit. My hat just like fucking yeeted because of the wind. Oh, my lord. At least it didn't fall in their yard. You're making it sound like a glorious quest. A quest of ventures and glory. There, make sure. Yeah, I feel them there good. Okay. I'm going to at least get good food. I feel you with that. You know, I know there's this place called it's like some road, I forgot, like, I think it was like something Roadhouse or some shit. And I know they like kind of like brand their, oh, it's Branded Burger, that's the name of it. As soon as I was like, yeah, they brand their burgers, and I'm like, oh wait, that's the name of the fucking joint. I know it's like I think it's like a mom and pop place, and it's been there for like a long time, but I think it's like outside of Nickelodeon or some shit. Texas Roadhouse. No, it's a Branded Burger. That's what I was thinking of. And like on the top of the buns, they kind of do this quick little like fire brand thing to the bun to kind of get the little crisp. But they do it with like a little logo. It's like a BR, so like, or something like that for like Branded Burger Roadhouse or some shit like that. And honestly, they're actually pretty good. The last couple times I've been there in Texas, I've gotten burgers there. Really good and also really juicy. Fuck this cold ass wind, bro. This sucks. When I went up Alaska, tried elk burger, way better than beef. Oh, dude, yeah, elk and venison and stuff like that. Especially if you like hunt it and source it yourself. Holy shit! Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, I've had a venison burger once, and that shit is legit pretty fire. I've had venison jerky too, and like elk jerky, and that stuff is pretty good too. I will admit, probably maybe, at least for elk jerky, it's not like my most ultimate favorite thing, but, I mean, I could dig it, though. It's still up there. It's like top 5. Yeah, sure, that would definitely, like, smack down on for sure. I think Skillet stole his life force. I didn't, see that part, so you'll have to, tell me the details of that. Or even find the, oh, god damn it, I locked. Or at least find, like, the clip that TJ was watching or something. Yep, fuck. And I can't see shit, so I'm walking in this blind. That's always awesome. Cool. Did not fall, trip, die. That's great. There we go. Oh, what do you know? He's in the bathroom again. We want to see. We want to see what this weirdo's like. Hi. Why do you like being in there so much? You goof. Alright. And here we are. Here, let me do this quick. Papa, he's a good boy. He's just a good boy, Jukes. A little Juke, count. Okay, hold up. Get some stuff out so I can settle in really quick. Take this shit off, because for being cold outside, it is warm in every building I'm in. And my fucking goddamn nose, bro. Oh. Jesus. And I hate fucking runny ass noses, dude. They're so annoying. Boo. Oh, fuck, hold on. Let me do this real quick. Get the life force, the life essence. Here we go. And boom. This bullshit out. Wait, there we go. It's only 4 minutes, but it might piss you off. Yeah, well, I imagine it probably would. God damn. Do that. Let's see if that makes a little bit. There we go. Yeah. Alright. Okay, Joker. Lord's mercies. Oh man, I am just like out of it today. At least when it comes to energy. But at least, you know, I had like a decent enough sleep, but I wish it was like at least like another hour or two longer. I mean, and funny enough, I could have had like a longer sleep, but I thought I was scheduled at 3 instead of 4, so I was like rushing and bustling to get the fuck out of here. Yeah, and get to work, and then I show up there and they're like, you're not supposed to be in yet. And I'm like, what? What the fuck? Look on the schedule, yeah, it's an hour early. But you know what, I'm okay with that. And that's just, you know, an extra hour of pay, so. Which is definitely something I want, at least a little bit. And hopefully by Thursday, I'll actually look pretty nice. I think I start getting some people back and shit. Music might have music first, so, alright, well, here, hold on. Let me do this really quick. Do this to kind of do the blah, blah, blah. Okay. Let's see if, YouTube wants to cooperate. Or, even Streamlabs. Let's see if it wants to pull my screen up or something. Yeah. Oh, wait. Oh, not yet. Okay. So this. Skills John Cooper warns wokeness is subject to power in a totalizing ideology. What the fuck? And it doesn't want to fucking full screen. That's just so stupid. Fucking app, dude. Seriously. There we go. It's also incoherent as fuck. It's incoherent? Gee, who would have thought? Who would have thought there would be a bunch of incoherence out of this? So, oh, good lord, look at this. I mean, any fucking, like, you know, rock band or, like, band that tries to seem like, oh, yeah, we're against the system, man, and is waving a fucking American flag like that, you know, deserves to just be called a bunch of posers and a bunch of fucking bitches. I mean, good lord. Did someone seriously, unironically, bring a actual skillet? Like, a literal skillet? Like, are we serious? Like, oh my lord.
Sense in a matter of moments. Skillet's John Cooper is best known as the lead singer, bassist, and songwriter in the Christian band that you know as Skillet. But now
I feel ashamed to have used to like this. You know, good thing I never was a fan of this band or this guy at all. I just, like, the idea of, like, Christian metal or Christian rock and shit is just, like, ugh. It's just kind of gross. I mean, it's one of those things where I'm just, like, I just think it's so fucking lame. Like, honestly, I mean, this is why I've joined the punk side in a way when I was telling you that a little bit. It's because, like, I have, you know, become totally, like, disenfranchised and angsty about, like, you know, like, you know, finding, like, the most, like, racist, queer bashing, like, bands you could find, you know, so to speak. Because that's kind of what this is. Like, I mean, yeah, and I'm also taking a lyric directly from a song, by the way, Chicka Chickaformist, because that's basically is what this is. Like, I mean, you should listen to at least, you know, at least look at the lyrics to Chicka Chickaformist, because, like, it basically talks about this in a lot of ways, where, you know, this sounds like generic corporate, like, mainstream rock bullshit, but with, like, a Christian, you know, bullshit bent to it. I mean, that's basically what it is.
Pen to paper in a new book to express his concerns for his country. The father of two, specifically targeting the woke agenda affecting our kids. We see it across the country with the pro-Palestinian / Hamas protests. You see.
Wow, really? Fucking really? It's like the Palestinian / Hamas supporters and protests and stuff. Like, you fucking really? This piece of shit, of course, is gonna, like, equivocate, you know, as much as possible between these fucking two. Like, you know, and the thing is, literally no one supports Hamas. Literally nobody. Like, outside of Islamic extremists. Like, I mean, you know, there isn't, like, no one supports them. Like, I mean, good lord. Like, I fucking hate this stupid equivalency. But, you know, whatever. I mean, this is what you get with Zionism. They will literally equate anything and everything as Palestinian as basically terrorism or anti-Semitic and Nazi or whatever the fuck. Like, just same song, goddamn dance.
Then we hear about it with Osama bin Laden's letter to America.
They don't even support themselves. I mean, yeah, for real. Like, Hamas doesn't even necessarily support themselves, even. Like, I mean, and if anything, at least in some part, they're kind of, like, supported by the idea of Benjamin Netanyahu. Like, I mean, like, ironically enough. So, I mean, it's just like, no one really supports them outside of the people that see it as a means to an end to do the ethnic cleansing of shit. You know, or, like, justify, you know, the desperation and extremism, you know, within people in Palestine, and, you know, take advantage of that. Like, I mean, and there's only a very small select group of people that, you know, are wanting to do that type of shit. Like Hamas leadership and the IDF and Bibi. You know, it's like basically those three. Like, I mean, honestly, I wouldn't be too surprised if, like, at least some elements of Hamas leadership literally just is directly in cahoots with, you know, the Israeli government. I mean, it's like, it just basically kind of, you know, doing the whole big, you know, business game bullshit. Because a lot of them are in Qatar. Like, a lot of Hamas leaders are in Qatar. So basically, it's like a middle ground area of a sorts to where, you know, they can send back and forth with diplomacy and shit like that to bolster their chances for rolling over the territory. Yes, it's an excuse. And yes, there was a prime minister that did admit this. Like, you know, and admitted that, yes, we do in part fund Hamas to kind of keep them afloat, so it justifies, you know, the, you know, apartheid that we're doing. Like, yeah.
really with this generation on TikTok with influencers befuddled on how this could happen to their.
And I like how he's showing off this dude who has like a gold yellow band thing on his head, like a little yellow cap. And it's like, look at this dude with his weird curly hair, you know, being a weird Gen Zer with this strange cap on his head. See, boomer, ain't he woke?
Generation, they were all couldn't believe it. But you know who could believe it? My next guest, the author of Wimpy, Weak, and Woke, John Cooper.
Wimpy, Weak, and Woke. Wimpy, Weak, and Woke, dude. Wimpy, Weak, and Woke. I mean, oh my god, dude. What the fuck? Dude, conservatives are fucking, like, so sad, dude. Like, what the fuck? Like, aren't you all the weak, wimp, sissy little bitches? I mean, like, give me a break. I mean, it's like, you know, like, when we're looking at, like, Mojo, you know, Mojo Nixon with the interview, like, you know, Crossfire stuff off and on last night, like, I mean, like, the equivalent of, like, what Pat and, like, Janine Dixon was, like, saying to him and stuff is basically, like, them bunch of, you know, being a bunch of wimpy, weak little fucking Puritans, and ironically enough, being at least woke in a sense when it comes to their advocacy and what they traditionally want to see and shit. And, like, and somehow Mojo's, like, you know, or people like him, which was back in the 90s, you know, and, like, still to this day, are, like, somehow weak, wimp, and just like woke or some shit. It's like you're all the weak wimp listed little bitches, dude. Wimpy, weak, and like anti-woke. Like, take this L, John. Wait, he did. Like, there's literally a middle initial of L. Take that L, son. Wait. How truth can save America from utopian destruction? Utopian destruction? That's an oxymoron. Shouldn't you even put dystopian? Shouldn't it have been dystopian destruction? Like, I mean, because dystopian's bad, utopia's good. So how does that make sense? Wouldn't you want a utopia? Even you, John Cooper, would probably, should have, like, rethought that. Like, because, you know, like, you can advocate a utopia. I mean, just a weird Christian far-right bullshit utopia that's realistically actually a dystopia, but you can fucking put the blinders on and say it is. But, like, I mean, it's because this don't make sense. Utopian destruction, dude. Like, what the fuck? That don't make sense. That doesn't make sense.
To stop the madness. John, when those two things happened, a lot of people were surprised. Not if they read your book.
Hey, Brian, good to see you again. Yeah, absolutely. Look, I think the average American realizes things are not going good. But
you sound gay. Dude, oh my god, this guy has like a little bit of a gay list, honestly. I'm starting to wonder why he's so hardcore Christian now. He's trying to be like, look, I'm kind of counter-cultural, little punk and metal and stuff, bro. You know, so he kind of looks like that, but he's like the exact opposite of that shit. He does not represent a fuck of what any of that actually means. And the thing is, you don't even have to like punk to be a punk, you know, basically. Like, I mean, he has confirmed, fed. He has kids. He has confirmed, so he has kids and shit? I mean, I'm not surprised. Like, I mean, you know, he's a successful musician. Chances are he's going to have kids. His wife's debatably hot.
I don't know if people really understand why or how bad it's going to get. And so that's the reason I wrote the book. Here's how I would say it. If you piecemeal all of the bizarre things happening, college kids cheering on Hamas, young adults sort of sympathizing with Osama bin Laden of all.
Nobody is doing that. I mean, I know there was like that weird hoopla about like the Letter to America thing, and most people were just like, yeah, damn, this is kind of a crazy thing, you know, and just kind of moved on. There's like some people that are, you know, like, maybe he has a point here and there, but they were idiots and they were like a tiny little fringe minority, basically, you know. But like, and the thing is, like, even if you can extrapolate certain truths out of that letter, that doesn't mean, you know, the whole thing is correct or, you know, Osama should be vindicated. Now, fuck him. He's a terrorist, you know, piece of shit. Hardcore anti-Semite, literally thinks, like, Jews run literally everything. So, no, I mean, it's bullshit. Like, it's ridiculous as fuck. So, it's like, I mean, you know, like anyone who's actually agreeing with that is a little silly in my mind.
Insane things, but everything, woke military, drag queens coming in to read to children in schools.
Like, a gay military? Do you know what the fucking Navy is, dude? A woke military, like, nah, like, shut up. Like, dude, the Navy has been around, you know, making military woke for way a long time there, buddy.
Piecemeal all these things that don't make sense, but if you understand that wokeness is a totalizing ideology, it is a way of seeing the entire world through a lens of power. Who has...
No. But that doesn't make sense. Like, being woke is, you know, like, it's not even a totalizing ideology, whatever the fuck that means. It's basically just like looking, you know, the world through a lens, you know, through, like, you know, through, you know, racial and, like, social injustice. And how, like, you know, maybe that might play a role of, you know, systemically, you know, things being the way they are. And shit like that. I mean, that's just kind of a general, like, kind of broader synopsis to it. I mean, it goes a little deeper than that, but that's kind of the general gist. Like, it has nothing to do about power unless you're, you know, outside of critiquing it.
And who did they...
And that's the problem here, you know, Coops, because, like, your ass, you know, and culturally, you motherfuckers have had, like, you know, the power for quite a long time. And because now, you know, it's being challenged, and it's been challenged for, like, a decade and so now. Honestly, for way longer than that. But, like, it's been an ongoing, forever battle, basically. But it's just, like, you know, one that they fucking are losing. And every time there's, like, a major, like, you know, shift to things, we're like, y'all want to freak the fuck out. You know, say the sky's falling and just say, like, everything is literally going to collapse because Western civilization needs to be preserved, you know, along with the white race. Oh, did I say that out loud accidentally? Because I guarantee that motherfucker would accidentally let something like that slip up. Showering with men, sleeping with men, gayest time of his life. Yeah, because in a lot of ways, that's basically how the Navy is. And I guarantee you there was a lot of dick sucking and shit like that going on. You can't tell me that was not happening.
Steal it from, and whoever they, you know, stole it from, anything those people do is considered moral, and anybody that has power, anybody that has anything that someone else doesn't have, they are considered immoral. If you understand that, then everything makes sense.
To me, if anyone wants to go to Gaza or understand the fundamentals of Hamas, especially...
Okay, what? Like... Just because someone, like, owns shit and, like, has stuff because someone else doesn't have stuff, somehow that person who has stuff is immoral and the person who doesn't have stuff should just take it? How about, like, you know, maybe we have a case system where, like, that person who has the stuff, you know, can also, like, you know, or the person that doesn't have the stuff could also have said stuff without the other person having their stuff injected. Like, I mean, it's called equality, my dude. Like, I mean, at least, you know, when it comes to, like, you know, like, equity of, like, you know, making sure that at least everyone has, like, an equal opportunity, you know, of an outcome. I mean, that doesn't mean that they all achieve the same outcome, but at least they have an equal opportunity to potentially achieve something like that. You know, it's like, it's one of those, like, that's the point. It's really incoherent. Dude, this is literally just a deranged rambling of some fucking weird Christian nutter, dude. I mean, this literally is just, like, incoherent rambling. He doesn't know what the fuck he's, like, saying. I'm having, like, a hard time trying to, like, you know, like, react to this, because it's like, what the fuck is he saying?
Woman, why would you subscribe and defend that? If you've seen the video of the carnage October 7th, how could you defend that? And
no one defends that. Nobody. I mean, now that, like, you know, like, the facts of the case is there, like, I mean, there is at least, you know, this fact. Hamas only actually, like, you know, killed, like 48% of civilians. Like, most of the casualties that day were from military personnel. You know, and Israel literally was caught, like, you know, playing up the numbers. You know, so it's just like, oh, well, because these guys were soldiers and maybe not in uniform, so they're civilians now. It's like, no, they were soldiers. It's like, I mean, they just wanted to play it up, you know, and shit, which is still disgusting on, you know, either way. The attack is, and, you know, the fucking, their propaganda bullshit trying to, you know, rile everyone up with it is also fucking disgusting. Like, the whole situation is. It's like, you can, you know, recognize the reality of the fucking, you know, situation and still not condone any of it.
It just shows an ignorance, a willful ignorance among the next generation who are eventually going to be our leaders. What will it take to sober them up?
What will it take to sober you all up? I mean, it's like, and also I'm noticing that they're using very specific, like, clips, you know, like, hold on. Because they popped this up, you know, something here on the right? Well, maybe not. Here, I'll zoom into it. Like, they're using very specific clips to try to, like, make it look like a bunch of wokies and, like, Muslim extremists all just having a kumbaya, even though secretly they're all going to get beheaded or something by the, you know, like, Palestinian advocate. It's just fucking literally insane and bullshit. And you know what? Even if, like, you know, Palestinians, you know, broadly are still, you know, pretty anti-gay or whatever the fuck, so what? Like, sorry. Like, I mean, you know, it's like, I mean, I'm pretty sure them being genocided is more important than what their fucking beliefs are right now. Like, at least when it comes to, like, you know, whether they're okay with the gay or something. Like, maybe we can figure that and hash that out later. You know what I mean? Like, you know, put that on the back burner. Like, I mean, seriously. Like, because that, to me, is irrelevant. Like, I mean, it's like, yeah, if, like, this, you know, if I look at a Palestinian who's, like, starving and, you know, damn near had their leg blown up by the IDF or some shit, and they, you know I'm gay, or like, well, I don't like you're gay, so fuck you. You know, and, you know, whatever the fuck, I don't care. Still gonna advocate, you know, for that person to at least, you know, live in peace and not get blown the fuck up. And the thing is, like, the idea that, like, somehow, like, Palestinians, while this is all going on, are just, like, throwing gays off of buildings, which, with what buildings? There's none left. They were bombed to shit. So it's like, I mean, I don't think Palestinians are caring one way or another if, like, one of their fellow brothers or sisters might be gay or something. You know what I mean? I don't think they give a fuck. At least not right now. Like, I mean, it's just stupid. The fact that they bring that shit, like, up as, like, it's some gotcha is so retarded. They want to make it seem insane. Yeah, they just gaslight the fuck out of you and just, like, go on incoherent ramblings, hoping that, you know, you fucking snap and just go crazy or something. So then it can literally be like, see, they're crazy wokies.
Ignorance among the next generation who are eventually going to be our leaders. What will it take to sober them up?
Sober them up. Like what? They're all somehow, like, drunk off of, like, some Kool-Aid or something? Or, like, all, like, you know, high off of, like, what, weed or something? Like, I mean, what do you mean sobered up? Like, well, whatever.
Absolutely. I think stunning ignorance is a great way to say it. What I think your average American needs to...
Your entire existence is filled with nothing but fucking ignorance, you fucking bitch. And naivete and just, like, bullshit. What are you... Again, more incoherent ramblings of a Christian madman.
An oppressed narrative. The biggest oppressor is Western civilization, America, and Christianity. So anything you have to do to...
I mean... You know, you can't just, like, say that and not actually, like, try to, like, you know, back it, you know, like, or at least try to, you know, offer a criticism or a counter basis to that. Because, yeah, like, you know, a lot of elements, at least in America, are kind of built on shit like that. And challenging and maybe, you know, breaking down that shit a little bit is probably, wow, a good thing. Like, I mean, like, see, that's why, you know, he's freaking the fuck out, because, you know, he believes in that type of shit and wants that to be the status quo of, you know, society, and wants that to be the enforcer in society, basically. And, you know, like, and they want to, you know, further authoritarianism around that shit, basically. Yeah, it's just literally how it is, and that's how it ought to be, and shut the fuck up and get in line. That's what they basically are trying to say, and they don't have a point outside of just that, so they go on these random fucking incoherent ramblings and just gaslight the fuck out of literally everyone, you know, thinking, you know, like, with this fucking bullshit that they've, you know, arbitrarily propped up as, like, some big culture war or some shit. Because no one gives a fuck. Like, no one cares about this shit more than these fucking weird right-wing Christian goobers, dude. Like, Like, the only time I ever think about, like, wokeness or whatever the fuck is literally when these motherfuckers bring it up at this point. And I'm about as woke as they come at this, for fuck's sake, at this rate. And it's like, these motherfuckers make me think about it more than me. Being a woke, you know, type of person or whatever. You know, being, like, all woke. It's like, I mean, fucking hell, dude. Like, I think I've thought and have said woke more now in the last, like, 30 minutes, you know, in comparison to last week. So, I mean, it's like, goddamn, dude. It's like, holy shit. Like, they really have nothing on this, and or really on anything. So they just have to go on these, like, stupid bullshit rants about wokeness and stuff. And at the end of the day, even these motherfuckers don't give that much of a shit. I mean, look at Kid Rock. And I remember kind of tuning into the Abandoned Hope for, like, the last, like, little bit. And I think I heard TJ mention this. But, like, you know, look at Kid Rock. Like, he went on this whole spiel where he had someone with a shotgun off camera shooting Bud Light cans because he's such a stupid, terrible shot and has horrible aim with an MP5 going full auto, which is a 9mm that don't got a lot of recoil. It's like, that dumb bitch, you know, can't handle recoil from that. So he had some dude with a shotgun blast a bunch of fucking Bud Lights because he can't shoot worth a dick. You know, so it's like he did that stupid bullshit spiel, and like fucking, you know, like not even like a few months later, drinking Bud Light again, not giving a fuck. It's like, even, you know, to half of these bitches, they don't give a shit. They just do it because they get some clout, get some a little bit of extra cash out of these, you know, gullible fucks, and they don't care, and, you know, and they just, in a way, they kind of rub it in. That's why they can just go on random incoherent ramblings, because they're, you know, the fucking yokels that eat it all up, don't give a shit. You just get their fucking biases confirmed.
Three things is going to be considered virtual.
Get full MP5. I thought full auto was illegal. Federal tax stamp. You can have a fully automatic weapon and shit like that. I mean, but you have to go through an extra federal process where you have to get a tax stamp on it. And also, it's basically like $200 on top of what the firearm costs and the background check and all that shit, and it's like an extra long process. So, I mean, you can, but you have to basically have it tax stamped and approved and all that shit before you can even get it, or, you know, change it up to be that way. Like, for example, if I wanted to make my my AK like maybe not full auto, but maybe at least as a short barrel rifle, I would have to get that tax stamped. I would have to get a federal tax stamp, you know, before I even get the fucking barrel, because I would have to, like, get my rifle at least tax stamped out and shit. And then after that, then I could switch out the barrels, you know, for a short barrel to make an SBR if I wanted to. But I have to legally get a federal tax stamp for that. And that includes for fully automatic and other things like that too. So, I mean, you can, but it's really hard to do. And some states are a lot more chill about it, and some, even with that, don't give a fuck and don't allow it. Like, I know Oregon's one of those states where, you know, you technically, you know, even with that, it's still illegal. Does stop people from doing it, though. But, I mean, you know, this one, I think it's just one of those, like, rules, at least here in Oregon, where, like, you know, where it's like there, but not super heavily enforced. But if you're fucking up with it, then they'll like crack the book on you, type of thing. Because I mean, I've definitely know people that are like, yeah, just full auto. I'm just like, oh, not gonna ask questions about that.
And so, any activity you do, no matter how.
Alabama, I bet we'll let you have one. Oh yeah. I mean, like I said, just in general in the U.S., unless state laws say otherwise, like, you can. You just have to get a federal tax stamp that's like $200. And you have to wait like 4 to 6 months.
Moral it is, you're going to get the cheer for it. So that's why I wrote the book. The only place you can get the book is my website, johnlcooper.com. I want to make sure.
Oh my God, what all right, is there anything else to this, or is it just more coherent rambling?
Speak out about it because the principles of liberty are so amazing, and I truly believe people have no idea.
Oh, yeah, it's so amazing, you know, making everyone fall in line for some stupid cultural bullshit that you all fucking want to harp up because that's just the way it was, bitch. It's like, give me a break. Fucking goober. Full Uzi may have let me spray and pray into a tree. Well, I mean, the thing is, like, you know, it probably, you know, had the federal tax stamp on it. You know, so, like I said, there is legally a way for people to own those things. Why do you think a lot of these different, like, gun channels, you know, do have full auto weapons and stuff? Because they go through the, you know, federal process, get tax stamped and all that shit. And I think also, at least for certain weapons, like, you know, for heavy, you know, weaponry and stuff, like if they have like an actual full machine gun, you have to be a licensed FFL dealer. So I think a lot of them are also that too. I know like Brandon Herrera and like Hitchcock and like I think Demolition Ranch. I know all of them are FFL licensed dealers too, which is how they were able to get a lot of the crazy shit that they got. So I mean, you know, and he may also have a MAC-10. Uzi is way better than MAC-10. Well, yeah, of course it is. Way more control. No shit, yeah, duh. I mean, it's, you know, you got like that, you know, front, you know, handguard, and then also you can extend the stock out, and it's a lot more comfortable, you know, so to speak. I mean, just looking at them, I've never held, you know, either of the weapons, but I know for a fact that the Uzi would definitely be a lot more comfortable. MAC-10 is basically like, you know, like PDW, like last ditch effort, you know, thing, where you just like kind of pull it out and just like have it like right up against your chest or some shit. Hey. Can I help you? You let me dual wield judge revolvers? Oh my god. I wouldn't do that myself. By the way, don't do that. Yeah, don't do that. Why would he let you do that? That's not exactly safe. Way too much recoil for one hand. Duh. It's the judge revolver. Like, no shit. Hold on. Ooh. There we go. Ooh. I was talking shit and I think he was teaching me a lesson. Probably. That was the time I had a recoil go to my face. Yeah, that's never fun. I've only had that happen once before, and it's one of those things where once you have it happen once to you, you learn pretty quick to never let that happen again. And all guns, even low. Well, yeah, dual wielding is not very practical because you got the weight of the weapon itself, but then you also have, like, you know, the recoil when you shoot it. Like, it's not practical. It looks cool and fun when it comes to, like, you know, video games or movies, but I mean, at the end of the day, it just isn't practical. Let's do another little thing we kind of look at. Let's see. Man, alright. I forget it's Sunday. There's like practically like hardly anything. Now, knife and gun are practical. Well, eyes for up close, gun for range. Well, yeah. If you're like clearing a room, you want to kind of like, you know, well, you want, like, there's like a specific kind of, well, there's a few different ways, but the one I know of is like when it comes to like, you know, doing like room clearing and you only have a pistol and a knife. You basically want to kind of like have, you know, like, you know, holding a knife like this or the blade's out, and, you know, you kind of like use your wrist and like your kind of like forearm almost like a rest. So you basically are kind of like this. So when you shoot, you're basically kind of like, you know, pressing a little bit up against your, you know, wrist like this. So it kind of helps kind of control the recoil in that way, but also keeps the blade away from you. And if you need to, you can just like, obviously just kind of go boom, like that. I mean, because it offers, you know, at least the stability and control to do it like this, you know, if you were to, you know, hold a firearm. And then, you know, like I said, if you need to, like, you know, immediately go for the knife, you can just literally just this. And then, you know, there you go. So now you have all this space to, you know, go jabby jab. So, I mean, it's like kind of the most practical way to, you know, wield, you know, that kind of weapon combo, I guess. Except just try to teach me that technique. I don't know how well I absorbed it. It's just practice. I mean, it's one of those things where, you know, like, it's just kind of like, you know, with enough repetition and practice, you know, you'll be able to get good with it. I mean, honestly, realistically, what you know, when it comes to, like, really just kind of general gun training, if you really want to get good at something, get good at unholstering. Like, you know, especially if you're, you know, have, like, a concealed carry, you know, it's like, and you have, like, you know, the holster somewhere around your belt or some shit. Like, you want to get good with that. Like, you want to be able to have, like, that quick draw, because if you absolutely have to fucking, you know, pull that out, you want to make sure that you can pull that fucking quick. You know, so, like, you know, to practice that and, you know, and kind of, like, keep a routine with that, you know, is definitely a good thing. You know, like, close quarters, like, room clearing isn't really, like, you know, learning this technique. That's not exactly something you really need to learn. Unless you really think that your house is going to get robbed or something. But, I mean, if you're, you know, but, I mean, chances are that is not really going to happen. So there's not really much of a reason for that specifically, at least. You more or less want to, like, you know, practice, like, reloading or, like, you know, drawing and unholstering and stuff like that. Like, that's, like, if you have at least a pistol, that's what you want to, like, train with, you know, train on. Especially reloading, because, like, especially in the heat of the moment, you want to kind of make sure you have, like, you know, a pretty quick, rapid reload technique down. Especially for me, because I got a fucking AK. Like, it's not as simple as just sliding a mag in. Like, you have to, like, literally hook and rock it. Like, it's one of those things where you have to, like, really practice with that. Go to range after the move, maybe join a pew pew club. Yeah. I mean, I was thinking about joining one that's near here, but they only have an indoor range, and it's not, like, rated for rifles and shit. It's only rated for, like, pistols and stuff, and it's like, god damn it. It's like, man, that sucks. Or else I, like, consider it, but I don't have a pistol, so there's no reason for me to do that. And plus, like, I would want to bring my rifle too, and obviously they're gonna be like, no. So, it's like, you know, no point in that. I mean, they do have, I mean, the Sheriff's Department has, like, a building not too far away from here that has an indoor range that is rated for shit like that, but I don't want to be, like, hanging out with a bunch of piggies and shit, you know, so fuck that. I'd be careful. A lot of ranges are chub magnets. Well, well, they are. Like, no matter what, like, even if you join a pew pew club, like, it's gonna be chud magnet. Like, I mean, you're just gonna, that's just something you're just gonna have to accept. But, you know, that's why, honestly, in a lot of ways, I just kind of go, you know, to my little redneck range, where I just go out in the middle of the foothills, in the middle of chucklefuck nowhere. Like, I mean, you know, that's why I do that, because I don't really have to worry about, like, weird chub madness. It's just me and the boys, you know? So. What? What are you looking at? I just want back in here, goddammit. What? Can I help you? Oh, come on, YouTube. So, were you trying to say something? That was a good joke. Well, you know, cousin either. Well, I guess apparently it didn't matter. Because YouTube was like, nope. Fuck that shit. Making a fried bacon joke. It wouldn't even let you do that. Dude, what the fuck is with YouTube and just being so ridiculous about shit like this? Like, even, like, I posted some comment earlier today, and then, like, a minute or two later after I, like, you know, moved on to something else, it's like, you know, it's like, reminder, you know, don't make comments that are, like, cyberborn murmur. I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, what comment could I have made that it was, like... It's like, I mean, like, I know I was, like, I know this much. It was like, you know, basically saying, like, oh, well, you know, you're basically an idiot if you think this and that or whatever, or some shit. Should apply for a Twitch appeal yet? I need to actually go look at that again, because, I did, but I haven't, like, looked back at it yet. I get that a lot, especially when I'm dunking on chuds. Yeah, and of course, these stupid, fucking right-wingers can say their bullshit willy-nilly, basically, without a fucking care in the world. YouTube's starting to really suck. Yeah, and the thing is, like, its platform itself isn't really, like, utterly, like, trash, at least in comparison to others, but this whole stupid things where you can barely post fucking comments and stuff because, oh, we need to be safe. It's like, god damn, it's really starting to be like a fucking, like, bullshit nanny thing. It's like, let the channels and let people themselves, handle that. Like, fuck, like, goddamn. Like, it was like, I'm pretty sure we're able to, like, self-regulate ourselves. It's like, goddamn. It's one of those things where it's like, I do think, like, more community, like, self-regulation's better, like, when it comes to, like, this shit, because it's just so stupid. Because I know it is, like, a part of, like, YouTube's system where, like, channels could, at least when it comes to, like, live streams and chats, like, where they can have certain words not pop up, if they don't want, certain words, posted or some shit. Like, I mean, it ain't, like, it's not like, we can't do that because we could if we wanted. For simply existed, but I can't tell them it's to eat into the sun. I know, dude. It's just so stupid. Like, that's just the other thing about it. It's just, like, such a fucking contradiction and like when it comes, and it's such hypocrisy when it comes to their fucking shit. Control of that on Twitch, YouTube not so much. Yeah. Like, that's pretty much, like, the thing. Like, I mean, Twitch is definitely a little bit better about it. I mean, they definitely still got a pretty strict TOS, but, I mean, goddamn. What's your deal, bro? If memory serves. I mean, I think it just kind of depends on what it is. I know with the new CEO running Twitch now, it's kind of made it a little better, but I mean, I don't know exactly, like, how it's like now in comparison. What is your deal, dude? I just filled your food up. You got water. Like, what the fuck? Can I help you, sir? You big goof. I won't wait too long to appeal. They might change your mind. Haven't been on Twitch since Ignore got banned. I mean, me neither. So, I'll definitely have to at least, look into that again here. Just to make sure and, like, to see. Because I definitely don't want to, like, sit off for too long. Because who knows, yeah, Twitch might, get a hair up their ass and be like, nah. Ignore is the only streamer I watch over here. Yeah, I mean, like, there isn't really, like, anyone outside of maybe, like, a Radical Maniac that I would watch over there on Twitch, just mainly because, like, a lot of people that used to be on Twitch, now mostly stream over here on YouTube for the most part, like Dean Mama or like Bosch and shit. I mean, there's still a few people that, or like, well, if anything, I know a lot of them just dual stream, but I just don't have that ability yet. But, once I do, I mean, I might as well just like dual stream the shit, just because, I mean, I could, basically it's like a way to kind of like double up the, chance of like audience expansion and shit. Little goof. What are you getting into? Oh my god, this dog's just ridiculous. A quick wee whacked? Oh, how long is it? It's only a few seconds. Oh, it's back when a bandit, got into my food. Don't remind me of that little fluff.
So when the government tells them put a mask on, this is how they get control. No! They're like a kindergartner. Hey! They're like when you start to individuate around 5 or 6 and you...
Aw, little dork. YouTube doesn't have raids, custom emotes, on inline extension bits, etc. Well, I love that clip, I know. That is such a funny little clip. Hey! Sukov's now trying to do the same thing, but more annoyingly. But YouTube doesn't have raids. Yeah, custom emotes. Well, actually, YouTube does have custom emotes now. Like, if you have, like, some membership thing for your YouTube channel, you can actually have emotes. Automod. I think that might have even changed a little bit. Not, like, directly with YouTube, but you can have one set up. But, yeah. I mean, I know there's, like, a few things that, you know, they have, like, added, but, yeah, they're kind of, slagging behind, and also are just being really stupid with the bullshit of just, like, being, you know, like a nanny on every tiny little fucking word that you might say. At least as a comment, or, like, you know, in a live chat. It's just stupid. Which Zuzu still drink your finger, too. Well, he doesn't have to steal it, I just give it to him. I'm letting him have it, because he's my little puppo. I mean, I'd give one to Bandit too, but, you know, it's just like, he was trying to be a little straight, like, sneaky thief. Where he just, like, kind of casually just puts his little head in there. Wants you to steal your lunch. No. I mean, he's done that before, and honestly, that does get kind of annoying. Especially when it's like, I want to, I just, like, recently made something, I, put it down, and I go away for, like, not even, like, a minute, and then I come back, and he's, like, chow down on that shit, and it's like, you motherfucker. It's not like I don't neglect you with the food, like, you are just a spoiled little shit when it comes to it. It's been 50 minutes already, goddamn. Goddamn. Yeah. I saw a little time check, I'm getting one more bowl loaded up. Alrighty. Points for good behavior, he deserves it, lol. Yeah. He for, like, most of the time, he is a good boy. So that's why I don't really get that mad on him. I always start my essays with, it was the best of times, it was the worst of times. Oh my lord. I always start mine with full score and 8 years ago. Or whatever the fuck the year was, like 7 years or whatever. Alrighty. Get this last little bad boy smoked up. Get myself back to work. Start closing shit up. And all that fun stuff. I don't even know what a Fortnite is. A shitty video game? Yeah, pretty much. Basically. 20 years. Is a Fortnite actually 20 years? So, because honestly, I thought a Fortnite was just like, past tense for like a night before, or like a few nights, or, shit like that. This little fucker is still scrumming around in there. Would you get in the trap already? I heard you. The score is 20 years. Fortnite's 2 weeks. Oh, 2 weeks, okay. So full score, so that basically would be like 80 years. Damn. Now we learned something. Rat wins by this point. Yeah, he pretty much has. Honestly, I mean, when I capture this old dude, if that even happens, I'm just gonna, stare at that little shit and just have him in there for a little bit. I mean, there's plenty of food in there, too. But, you. Well, let's get back to work and all that shit. Did a little longer one, but, it's a Sunday, so whatever. It should be 30th on the 29th. Well, I might do like a karaoke here, for you. I know you're asking about it, so I might. I mean, I can't necessarily say a promise, but I might. So anyway, I get back to work and all that shit, so peace out, and see you all on that next one, which will be